In the vast, cold expanse of space, a creature lurks, a predator born of nightmares. Alien, a film that's not just a horror classic but a cultural touchstone. Its iconic imagery, haunting atmosphere, and unforgettable characters have solidified its place in cinematic history. But there's more to Alien than meets the eye. Hidden details, behind-the-scenes secrets, and Easter eggs await those who dare to look deeper. Now, with the release of Alien Romulus, we're taking a journey again to the year 2122, exploring the fun facts, trivia, and hidden gems that have made Alien a cult classic. So join us as we delve into the making of this sci-fi horror masterpiece and discover why Alien continues to terrify and captivate audiences over 4 decades later. But before we begin, a warning that this video will contain some major spoilers, including a few from the recent Alien Romulus movie. The creation of the Xenomorph's fearsome jaws ironically involved an unconventional material: shredded condoms. These latex strips, when combined with other materials like foam rubber and resin, provided the necessary elasticity and texture to mimic the creature's menacing teeth and gums. This ingenious use of a common household item not only added to the creature's terrifying appearance, but also showcased the filmmaker's resourcefulness and creativity in bringing the alien to life on screen. Yaphet Kotto, who played the stoic Lieutenant Dennis Parker, revealed that Ridley Scott had encouraged him to deliberately annoy Sigourney Weaver, who portrayed the resourceful Ellen Ripley, off-camera. The intent was to create a palpable tension between the two characters that would translate naturally to the screen. While Kotto followed Scott's direction, he later expressed regret for his actions, admitting that he had really liked Weaver and didn't intend to cause her any real discomfort. Despite the widespread belief that the iconic chestburster scene was captured in a single, unbroken take, the truth is quite different. Due to a minor mishap during the first attempt, the chestburster was unable to penetrate Kane's shirt. The crew had to reset and reshoot the scene. However, instead of discarding the failed take, Ridley Scott decided to incorporate it into the final cut. He felt that the creature's initial struggle to break free added a layer of intensity and brutality to the scene. This detail is revealed in the documentary The Beast Within, the making of Alien 2003. Designer Ron Cobb confirmed that the scene was shot from multiple angles, resulting in approximately 40 minutes of footage to choose from. The distinctive blue laser lights that illuminate the alien ship's egg chamber in Alien were actually borrowed from the legendary rock band The Who. At the time of filming, The Who was rehearsing for their stage show in a nearby soundstage. The band's crew was experimenting with new laser technology, and the filmmakers, seeing an opportunity, requested the use of the lasers for their alien environment. The iconic facehugger was initially intended to be painted green to blend in with the alien ship's environment. However, when Dan O'Bannon, one of the film's writers and storyboards, saw the unpainted creature on set, he was immediately impressed by its realistic flesh tone. O'Bannon argued that the facehugger's Caucasian appearance was more unsettling and effective, as it contrasted with the alien surroundings. His suggestion was accepted, and the facehugger remained unpainted in the final film. Decades later, in Alien Romulus, green facehuggers were used to differentiate them from their original counterparts. The set for the alien's appearance on the shuttle was designed with Balaji Badejo, the actor portraying the creature, in mind. The set included a hidden compartment that allowed Badejo to remain concealed until the appropriate moment. However, this ingenious solution presented its own set of challenges. Badejo found it difficult to maneuver within the tight space, and the alien suit was prone to tearing. The suit was torn a few times, and in one particular incident, the entire tail of the suit came off during filming, requiring a quick repair and reshoot. The iconic chestburster scene involved a complex setup to achieve the desired effect. John Hurt, playing Kane, stuck his head, shoulders, and arms through a hole in the mess table. The rest of his body was connected to a mechanical torso filled with compressed air to simulate the forceful expulsion of the alien. To add to the realism, the mechanical torso was also packed with animal guts, which, according to Sigourney Weaver, created a foul odor on set. To enhance the cast reactions, the crew kept the use of real blood and guts a secret. This deception proved highly effective, as Yaphet Kotto, who witnessed the scene, was so shocked that he went home and locked himself in a room for several hours, refusing to speak to his wife. Veronica Cartwright's scream of terror was entirely authentic, as she was unaware of the amount or direction of blood that would be used. The other cast members, similarly unprepared, reacted with genuine shock and horror. By keeping the actors uninformed, the filmmakers ensured that their responses would be raw and unfiltered, adding to the intensity and realism of the scene. The result was a truly horrifying moment in cinema history. In H.R. Giger's original concept art, the alien had eyes, a feature that was later removed for the film adaptation. Giger felt that the creature's eyeless design conveyed a more unsettling and inhuman presence, emphasizing its cold, emotionless nature. The absence of eyes suggested a creature driven by instinct or smell rather than conscious thought or emotion. While the alien's sensory capabilities remain a subject of speculation among fans, many believe that its domed head houses organs that allow it to perceive light and dark, or even utilize echolocation or electrolocation for navigation and hunting, similar to certain animals like bats and sharks. To create the dead facehugger that Ash autopsies in the film, the production team used fresh shellfish, including 4 oysters, and a sheep kidney to replicate the creature's internal organs. The organic nature of these materials posed a significant challenge, as they would quickly deteriorate under the intense studio lights. As a result, the filming of the autopsy scene had to be done with utmost speed to ensure the prop remained visually convincing. To elicit a genuine fearful reaction from Jones the cat when confronted with the descending alien, the filmmakers employed a clever trick. A German shepherd was placed behind a screen in front of the cat, unseen by Jones. When the screen was abruptly removed, the unexpected appearance of the dog startled the cat, causing him to stop advancing and hiss in alarm. This technique effectively conveyed Jones's instinctive fear of the approaching threat, adding to the scene's tension and suspense. To create a more immersive and claustrophobic atmosphere, Ridley Scott took on the responsibility of operating the handheld camera for much of the film. His decision to personally handle the camera allowed him to capture the action in a more intimate and dynamic way, emphasizing the character's isolation and vulnerability. This hands-on approach contributed significantly to the film's gritty, realistic tone, making the audience feel as if they were trapped aboard the Nostromo alongside the crew. Ripley's observation about the facehugger bleeding acid while alive and her concern about its potential threat when dead may be a subtle nod to an earlier version of the screenplay. In this discarded plotline, the dead facehugger's skin was depicted as dissolving, posing a serious danger to the crew. The crew narrowly managed to dispose of the creature before its acidic fluids began to drip onto the floor and threaten to corrode the ship's hull. This discarded plot element serves as a foreshadowing of the dangers that the alien and its offspring pose, highlighting the crew's desperate situation and the ever-present threat of annihilation. The iconic tagline, "In space, no one can hear you scream," was the brainchild of copywriter Barbara Gyps. This chilling phrase perfectly captured the film's isolated setting and the terrifying implications of being alone in the vast expanse of space, facing an unknown and deadly threat. Gyps's tagline has become synonymous with the Alien franchise, serving as a haunting reminder of the ultimate horror of being stranded and vulnerable in the cosmos. The casting of Sigourney Weaver as Ellen Ripley was a pivotal decision that helped shape the Alien franchise. Ridley Scott revealed that the final choice came down to Weaver and Meryl Streep, 2 former college classmates at Yale. Ultimately, Weaver was offered the role due to a personal circumstance affecting Streep. At the time of casting, Streep was grieving the loss of her partner, John Cazale, and was unable to commit to the demanding role of Ripley. Weaver's selection proved to be a masterstroke, as her performance brought a depth and resilience to the character that has made her a memorable figure in science fiction and horror cinema. Dan O'Bannon, one of the writers and storyboards for Alien, initially envisioned the film under the working title Star Beast. However, he was never entirely satisfied with this choice. It was only after a rereading of his script that he realized the word alien appeared with such frequency that it would make an ideal title. The word's versatility, serving both as a noun and an adjective, made it a perfect fit for the film. Surprisingly, Alien had never been used as a film title before, making it a unique and fitting choice for this groundbreaking sci-fi horror masterpiece. The scene where Brett is brutally attacked by the xenomorph in the Nostromo's cargo bay was a source of disagreement between Ridley Scott and the film's producers. The producers questioned the inclusion of water and chains in such a technologically advanced spaceship, arguing that they were unnecessary elements. However, Scott insisted on keeping these details, believing that they added a sense of movement and atmosphere to the scene. His determination to maintain his creative vision ultimately prevailed, resulting in a more visually striking and suspenseful sequence. The concept of the xenomorph was initially inspired by tales of gremlins, mischievous creatures that supposedly sabotaged aircraft during World War II. However, the writers, Dan O'Bannon and Ronald Shusett, faced a creative hurdle when trying to figure out how such a creature could board a spaceship. The breakthrough came when Shusett suggested that the alien fucks one of them, which led to the development of the facehugger, a parasitic organism that attaches to its host's face and implants an embryo. This reproductive method was intentionally designed to evoke discomfort and unease. Both Dan O'Bannon and Ronald Shusett were adamant that the victim be a man for several reasons. First, they wanted to avoid the common horror trope of women being depicted as the primary victims, often falling prey to malevolent forces. Second, they felt that making a woman the victim of a symbolic rape would be inappropriate and exploitative. Finally, by targeting a male character, the writers aimed to challenge traditional gender roles and make male viewers feel uncomfortable with the reversal of gender conventions. This choice was deliberate and served to enhance the film's unsettling atmosphere. The original cut of Alien was significantly longer than the theatrical release, clocking in at 3 hours and 12 minutes. However, due to concerns about pacing and audience engagement, the filmmakers decided to make significant cuts to the film. These cuts included scenes that were deemed unnecessary or slowed down the narrative. The final theatrical release was significantly shorter, but it still managed to maintain the film's tense and suspenseful atmosphere. Ridley Scott's Alien was heavily influenced by several classic films: Star Wars, Episode IV, A New Hope, 1977, and 2001, A Space Odyssey, 1968. Both of these films provided inspiration for the film's depiction of outer space, with their stunning visuals and exploration of the unknown. The gritty and visceral horror of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre also played a significant role in shaping Alien's dark and frightening atmosphere. These three films combined to create a unique and groundbreaking science fiction horror masterpiece. During a particularly tense scene towards the end of the film, Ripley, played by Sigourney Weaver, devises a strategy to outsmart and defeat the xenomorph. As she prepares for the confrontation, she begins to repeat the phrase, "You are my lucky star," a personal mantra that provides her with comfort and courage. This idea originated with Sigourney Weaver herself, who felt that Ripley needed a psychological crutch to help her survive the ordeal. However, the inclusion of the song faced opposition from the production studio due to the high cost of acquiring the rights. Ridley Scott mentioned that he faced criticism for the high cost of acquiring the rights to the song, which was used in the film. Despite the controversy, the line added a poignant and personal touch to Ripley's character. Ridley Scott initially envisioned the alien as a creature brought to life through animatronics, avoiding the obvious limitations of a human actor in a suit. However, the technology of the time was insufficient to achieve his desired level of realism. After encountering Balaji Badejo, a tall and slender graphic artist with a distinctive physique, Scott realized he had found the perfect candidate to portray the alien. Badejo's height, which was 208 centimeters, 6 feet and almost 10 inches tall with very thin arms, and looked exactly like what the casting director needed to make the alien look less human and more insect-like. Combined with Badejo's willingness to undergo intensive training in Tai Chi and mime, this allowed him to capture the creature's otherworldly movements and alien nature. The production team even had to construct a special swing for Badejo to sit on during filming, as the alien's tail made it impossible for him to use a regular chair. Badejo's performance, combined with the innovative special effects, helped to create one of the most iconic and terrifying creatures in cinematic history. Ridley Scott's visionary storyboards for Alien played a pivotal role in securing additional funding from 20th Century Fox. The studio was so impressed by the director's creative vision and the potential of the project that they doubled the budget from $4.2 million to $8.4 million. This significant increase in funding allowed Scott to bring his ambitious ideas to life, resulting in the iconic and visually stunning world of Alien. During filming, Sigourney Weaver's first scene with Jones the cat led to an unexpected allergic reaction. Horrified, the young actress feared she might be allergic to cats and thought that replacing her with someone else in the role would make it easier for the production. However, it was later discovered that the reaction was caused by glycerin, a substance sprayed on her skin to create a sweaty appearance. This incident was a minor setback, but it did not deter Weaver from completing her role and becoming one of the most memorable female protagonists in science fiction world. And this ends our first part of the fun facts journey through Ridley Scott's Alien. As you can see, there's a whole universe of hidden details and behind-the-scenes tidbits that make this sci-fi classic even more fascinating. But don't worry, we're just getting started. In our next video, we'll dive deeper into the franchise, exploring more intriguing fun facts and hidden details that you might have missed. So, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a comment with your thoughts on the movie and the information you heard here, and click that bell to stay notified about our latest releases. And don't forget to share this video with your friends and family so they don't miss out on all the fun information, as this will also help this channel grow and bring you even more amazing content. Until next time, stay sharp and see you in part 2.